No, I'm the manager. Yeah. Big deal. Really big deal, I am. Actually, our season starts tomorrow. You should come. Hello? Shithole? Where are you, mate? What are you calling so late for? You're sick tomorrow? What do you mean? Where are you? No, mate, you're not at home. I can see you. You're a Cub Cadillac. Look, you're right there. I can see you, mate.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 8, Where Does the Time Go? Episode 1. Today we start our league campaign versus Gorica, and then it is the first leg of Champions League qualifying against Austria Vienna, and hopefully we'll get off to a winning start there. Now, one thing we won't be doing against Gorica is fielding Given Shithole, because he's... I've got to say, I'm deep. I love this guy. I love it because this is the third time he's absent without leave. You can just see behind the head there. Absent without leave. He was out at a nightclub again to all hours of the night. And it's just... You've got to love it. You've got to love it. 3 times. The audacity of the man. But he's only 21. He's probably... I probably used to do that as well, to be fair. Just not show up the next day because you've been out all night. And yeah, so well done, Given. You get the day off, apparently, and rest up, ready for the Champions League, I suppose. So yeah, that is that. Let's have a quick look at the season preview. And we can see here, we are the favourites for the league, and heavy favourites as well, it has to be said, ahead of Dinamo, Rijeka and Hajduk, who were almost in the relegation playoffs last season. Istra is the team that came up, and if we go and have a look at the best 11, sort of the dream team, there has been a changing of the guard. We have the back 4 and the goalkeeper, and we also have Visentin and Avia, one of the new boys, up front. So it is just a team of Dinamo and Jarun players, and we have more. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is the season where the balance of power shifts to a different part of Zagreb. Now, if we look at the top the key players in the league, we have the top 2. Dinamo have the next 2. And then you can go down here. You can see Hajduk have the 2 of the top, sort of better players in the league. And when I said last season that, you know, I've looked at their team and they still have good players, that just kind of goes to show it there. And if we go all the way down, Bordeaux are predicted to struggle again, though they were last year and they stayed up. So you never know. Maybe they could pull off that sort of miracle again. Now we have to before we go any further, I've remembered to do it. Goal of the season. Let's have a look at the goal that you guys voted as our best last year. So it was this goal against Aberdeen, scored by Mr. European goal himself, Kakavenga. It was the goal that the game gave us goal of the season, and I think it's just about right. So these are the opening day fixtures. We can see there's been a couple of games played already. Istra and Dinamo picking up wins. We are at home to Gorica. Let's have a look at what we're doing. Now, of course, a reminder, we do have European football just after this. I don't want to tackle hard. I clicked the wrong thing there. Anyway, we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. And this is the team that we're sending out. So it'll be a first look at Jonathan, our new goalkeeper. Tosic and Triantis will be at the back. Now, Tosic, I believe, is suspended in Europe, so that's why he's playing. Dekic and Delavabora will go down the wings. We've got Jakic, Bosniak, Ranocchia, Skoko, Visentin, and Turpic as the rest of the team here. Alright, so we can see the team sheets. Do I recognise any names? No, not really. This guy, Juric, has scored a few goals against us in the past. Home form's important to us. Let's make it count. Tosic is looking aggressive, which he always seems to do. And let's get out there and start our league season. So yeah, obviously the rest of the players we'll see in the European game. It's always a little bit of a balancing act. It's never easy to know if what we want is the sort of players that have been here existing sort of last season to play in these early European games and sort of bed the other players in the league, or if we want to just throw the best players straight in and see how they do. Now, goalkeeper's an easy one, you know, because, I mean, goalkeeper, there's not that much betting in that needs to be done necessarily. We just need a goalkeeper that can save the ball. We've got a new backup keeper as well, Pulic on the bench. Borchman is back. We're not going to loan him out this year. I think he can serve a role for us. And yeah, like I say, a lot of the other guys we'll see in the game in Europe when it happens. So, not the most liveliest of starts. Here we go. We've got something now. And can Jakic win that back? He can. And then loses it out. Ranocchia wins it back again. And Tosic will pick it up. Transfer window, as a reminder, is still open and ongoing. So there's still a risk that we lose players. Obviously, therefore, still a chance we sign some as well. Bosniak gets it wide. Villa de Bora. Can he whip that cross in? It's a good one. And Turpic tries the side foot finish. And can't get it inside the far post there. We do have a few injuries as well. Or players that have had a disrupted. Oh, straight into the back of Skoko. What are we doing? This is Benny Hill stuff if it goes in. Somehow it still stayed out. It's offside, I think. I hope. Is that not offside? Well, there we go. It couldn't have gone much worse. Thankfully for Bosniak and Skoko, I think the worst of it is a little bit too far back. Dekic must have played him on, I think. We're going to get a look at it here. Yeah, he has. Okay, fair enough. It's just all a bit scrappy, wasn't it? Let's tell them to fire up. See what we can do. Now, are we forcing them on the outside? We are. We probably want to force them on the inside if they have wingers, don't we? Dominating possession. At least, some things never change. Dominating possession. 1-0 down. We do have Matanovic and one of the other young strikers on the bench, so we could make a change if Turpic is going to not have a great one. Here we go. Della Vabora to Ranocchia. Nice little back heel there. It's a ball in towards Skoko. It's flicked away. Triantis. And it is Dekic. He doesn't get many, but Juro Dekic levels it up in the 34th minute, and it's 1-1. So he played him on for the first goal. His match rating was a 6.2, suggesting that he'd been given the blame for that. But Skoko couldn't win the first ball. I tell you what, I don't know if Skoko meant that, but that little layoff was superb if he did. And Dekic. Did Skoko get this? He did. So, well done, Skoko. Didn't see that first time, but the way he just laid that off was superb. Triantis is now looking nervous. Now, he's someone that is angling for a move away. So, if he's going to get a little bit of a sulk on, then that could become problematic for us. Now, we have been guilty in the past of very slow starts to the league campaign as well, haven't we? So, maybe a home draw isn't the worst thing. Okay, do we go with not being happy? Everybody's looking motivated, so I think we can just about get away with that. We've got faith in you. And hopefully, we'll see how the second half starts out. Our focus really does need to be on Champions League. It's not necessarily the fact it's Europe, it's the fact that it's Champions League. There's a good ball for Skoko. Can he pull it back? Oh, he's gone down, and a penalty is being given. First impression there was that it was clumsy. We don't get a penalty. So, yeah, it's difficult to argue. We should have got a corner, I'm assuming, out of it. We just didn't get to see it. It did look sort of more clumsy than anything, in my opinion. But anyway. Alright, Turpic not having a great game. It might be time to take him off as the goalkeeper has come a long, long way. Not got there. And we're going to have another VAR check for a penalty. We'll take Turpic off for the young Madzar and see if he can do any better. And if we do get a penalty here, I don't know who would take it. It is a penalty. Is it going to be Visinton? Would be my guess. It's Skoko. Can future Socceroo Noah Skoko put us in front? Yes, he can! Denied a penalty himself and then buries another one. So we'll just go back to positive. We'll give them some praise when we can. I don't think I've seen Skoko take a penalty before, but it was very nicely done. Just lifted it up into, not quite the roof of the net, but certainly not making it easy for the goalkeeper to get to. And yeah, we've got ourselves a lead. We've turned it around. Mazar is looking nervous. There might be a debut for him. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter because Bosniak has belted in Triantis' knockdown, and it is 3-1 now. And that is more like it. Della Vabora, I'm not quite sure why I've picked him and not to not play in Europe and to play in this one, but we'll go with it for now. I'm sure I had a reason for doing that. Let's get Novak on for Jakic, who could be useful for us in Europe. I'm also assuming, I think I remember Tosic getting sent off at the end of Europe last year, and Della Vabora is going to join him here. It's not a penalty, but if he gets a booking, he will be taking a seat. I wonder if we could sneak him off without anybody noticing. He didn't get a booking for that. So he's gone now. He can't, he can't book him now. And free kick is into the wall, behind for a corner, and we'll tell him to focus. That is 2, or is that 3 stoppages? Maybe that's us done for subs now. Ranocchia heads it clear, but only as far as the man that took the throw in, and that is height and handsome. And ends the highlight. Do we have another sub? We don't. Alright, so we're going to the end with this team. Tosic over a free kick. Novak is free, as is Bosniak. We go to Bosniak. Bosniak threads the needle. Visintin. Not his greatest moment in front of goal. Come on. We've just got to see this through at this point. We'll give them some praise. Try and build some confidence. We've got some defending to do from the throw. It's a long-ish throw that ends up going short. They chip it into the back post. It's headed away. It was Triantis, I think. Bosniak can't stop a cross coming in. And Tosic gets a big block in. So we're riding our luck a little bit here. I'd ideally like this to be a little bit more comfortable, as that is headed up and away. Let's lower the tempo down and just try and control the game from here. We shouldn't need to shut it down. We are 2 goals up. We've had 60-odd% possession. And that looks to have had the desired effect of just calming things down a little bit for us. So 3-1 is a very nice start to the league campaign. There we go. Eventually we got the final whistle. And Gorica, not the easiest team historically for us either. They've taken points off us before, so I'm quite pleased with that. So it's not top of the league. It is ahead of Dinamo though, so we'll take that and run. So Jarun hammer Gorica as run goes on. The goalkeeper made his debut. Fairly solid. I don't remember him doing anything too stupid, so that's good. All right, wait right there, guys, and we'll be back for Austria Vienna. All right, welcome back. Now, before we get to this game, we've got big news. 1 in, 1 out. The out is not such big news. It's Sakanji, the backup goalkeeper. We signed him for 60 grand. We sold him on for 23. And, I mean, he did his job with 60 grand for 3 years, and then we've got, what's that, 20, so about 40 grand for 3 years to be back up and do a solid job whenever we needed him. I think we can just about thank him for his service, and on he goes. The signing in, though, is a big one. It is Alan Bertic. Now, despite the name, he's actually Romanian. As you can see up here, he's not Croatian, but 2.5 million. We've signed him from Cluj. Now, there's some add-ons there as well, which could take it up to 3.5 overall. Still, I think a massive, massive bargain. You can see there, star player, 9.5 grand a week, all the other usual bonuses that I offer. Let's have a look at this guy. And this is him. Now, do we need another striker? 100% no, we do not. Is he better than almost every other striker we have? Yes. Yes, he is. So he's already a Romanian international at 19. Excellent finishing. Good off-the-ball movement. Good composure. Good anticipation. Physically, apart from jumping reach, fairly well-rounded. He's a star. He's a potential star. He doesn't have a release fee. And I'm just really excited to see what he can do. Now, he's played 39 games for Cluj in Romania and scored 29 goals. So that's a pretty good conversion rate for a young player. And he's ours. And we're going to get to see him in the Champions League right now. So we're expecting, well, in truth, we don't know what we're expecting, but let's go with a bus park +3 up front from the Austrians. This is the team that we're sending out. Avia's got a heavy match. That's okay. So it's Yatunen in goal. It's Tosic and Williams. I think I played Tosic. I don't know why I played Tosic, to be honest, in that last game. All right, let's go with Skolabar and hope that everything works out okay. Then it's going to be Torres Rupnik making his first appearance. Then Sithole back from his night out with Palumbo, Kakavenga, Siraj, and then the 2 debutants up front in Bertic and Avia. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Do we recognise anybody? I don't think I do. A quick look there. All right, so the favourites at home is important to. Okay, so let's go with our home advantage is important to us. And we'll go from there. And yeah, see how we go. Now, obviously, we have too many strikers. We are going to need to sell one, if not two. Visinton, if we get 20 million for him, is probably not first choice anymore. I think these two are probably first choice. And then second choice would be somewhere between Visinton, Akbarsli, and Matanovic. Does that mean the end for Fillet? I don't know. Turpic is safe because he's a club-trained player, and he's young and he's going to get better, and we need club-trained players anyway to register in Europe. I think if 20 million for Visinton makes a few problems go away. Burdic with an early free corner in towards somebody, but Verm, the goalkeeper, makes the claim. So we'll encourage them and keep going here. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Do we want to say goodbye to Fillet Burgers? I don't know that we do. Do we want to say goodbye to Matanovic? Now, one thing that Matanovic has that we don't have even in these two new guys is jumping reach. His jumping reach is 17. The only guy that comes close to that right now is Akbarsli. Here we go with a Via. Back to Sithole. Palumbo to Torres. We're standing on top of each other here. Williams gets a little bit of width. That's what you want, width from your centre-back. Here we go with Torres. Cross in a Via. He's hit the crossbar. Rupnik keeps it alive for us. And that is that. But yeah, I don't even think these guys, yeah, they don't have that same jumping reach. They obviously have other things that very much go in their favour. But I think Matanovic offers something a little bit different. Akbarsli is, again, something a little bit different. I think Visinton is maybe a slightly worse version of Burdic and Avila. There's a ball in! Torres to Siraj! And we've taken the lead 25 minutes in, midway through the first half. And two of the younger players have done very, very well there. Burdic played his role in the lead-up as well with that good ball to find Torres in Akers' face. Okay, finish from Siraj. He just kind of put his foot through it, didn't he? So yeah, I think Visinton is maybe a little bit samey to these two. And then Fillet, I think, is just a little bit of a poor man's everything. In truth, if it wasn't Fillet, if it was somebody with a different name, they would be the one to go. And possibly even another one. I mean, how many strikers do we need? We do play two up front. But we probably don't need anywhere near as many as we've got with the young players that are coming through as well. We probably need 4 plus the young ones, and we've got 6 right now. So, yeah, we'll see how that plays itself out, as that is something's gone wrong there. But Torres sweeps in and wins it back for us. Siraj gets it wide for Kakavenga. Avia's making a run. Avia's been found. Avia, I think, is offside. It's a good finish. And no, it's going to stand. So Ronaldo Avia, on his debut, gets himself a goal. Oh, I'd love to see. Who's played him on? Oh, this centre-back, maybe? Maybe he just held his run brilliantly. Good finish. And he looks worth the money already, doesn't he? That was brilliant. Now, how close was it? But he showed off his off-the-ball movement there. He's timed it to perfection. And then the finish as well. A little bit of a dink. And it's 2-0. Now, it is the home leg, so we don't want to get too carried away. We would like to very much have a bigger lead going to Austria. But that's a pretty good first half, considering how many players in this team are new. Or, I mean, even just on debut. There's 3 of them on debut, as Rupnik is looking a little stressed. We'll give them some early praise. The reason that Rupnik's playing here and not Delavabora, and Delavabora played in the league, was Rupnik was not fit to go. He had, I think he picked up a bit of a knocker and he was injured or something. But anyway, we wasn't going to get 90 minutes out of him, which is why he didn't play the last one. Torres in a little bit of space. He's pulled that back across goal, and Avia looked like he jumped out of the way of it. Siraj back to Rupnik. Rupnik uses a little bit of acceleration and pace. Oh, and it's a tap in for Kakavenga. As far as European goals go, he doesn't usually like to score them like that, does he? But we are looking very much the better team here. And I've got to say, with the signings that we've made, And this isn't necessarily a out-and-out full-strength side either. We've got to throw Tosic in at the back, although to be fair, Skulabar is doing quite well. Della Vabora would come in on the left-hand side. And you'd probably... Would we have anybody else? Tosic, Della Vabora. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that is more or less our strongest side after that. But I do think with the addition of Burdic as well, the power may have shifted to us over Dinamo. Now, there is obviously still time to go in this window. Torres and Tosic, as we know, have release fees that we are desperately trying to renegotiate out of, to no such luck yet. But, I mean, we would still have... We still would have the chance to, to sign replacements for them as well. I'm wondering if, if this is the season that we can both put a good run in Europe. There's a floated cross in away. Torres picks it up. Torres! And he scores another one. For a right back, he is free scoring. That's his 5th goal in half a season with us. And it is 4-0. And I think what we can say from this is that we don't need to show the second leg. And I can tell you that the third qualifying round, where last year we drew RB Leipzig and got our butts handed to us, we've got Rennes of France in this year's third round qualifying. So that looks a little bit more winnable. But obviously it's still a top French side, clearly, because they're in the Champions League, although the qualifying round. Here we go, Burdic with some space to run. What's he do? Oh, it's a cracking pass to find Siraj, who draws a really, really good save out of the goalkeeper, it must be said. Palumbo to take the corner. We've got a lot of everybody lining up as the back post, as we usually do. Skulabar will pick that up. Skulabar? Anyway, doesn't matter. Williams. Palumbo. Siraj. Oh, I thought he was going to unleash the Siraj rocket there, but no such luck. And the highlight continues, and then just peters out into nothing. Do we want to make some changes here? We could. We passed 75 minutes. All right, so Sithole can come off. He's a little bit hungover, I think. We'll get Brigic on for him. And as far as other youngsters go, Olmarkic could probably do with some game time for Palumbo. And that's just about all we want to do, is it? Or do we want to take off? No, let's not have 2 young centre-backs just to be safe. Although, in truth, we're probably going to have Triantis and Benasak in the league next time around, which is fine. We, just a reminder, I still got a promise out to Triantis. 3.8 million will sell him, which I will, to be honest. Torres. Oh, Torres, it's gone a long way. I don't know what's happened there. Siraj has put it away. It's 5-0. And, yeah, like I say, I'm not sure. It's just a defensive mix-up, I think. Rupnik has got it. He's put a ball in. Avila across to Torres. Heavy touch. Defender is... I'm not sure what the defender's doing there. He's put it the one place he didn't. He could have shielded it for the goalkeeper. He could have cleared it out over towards the far touchline here. There's no question of offside. And it's just a calamitous piece of defending, really. And Siraj has taken full advantage. So Siraj now on a European hat-trick. I don't know that he's going to get the chance, is he? It's a couple of minutes to go, plus stoppages. And we do have a highlight, although we are defending a deep free kick. It's headed away. Skulabar has it. Can he put us on the break? Siraj for Avila. Avila have anybody through the middle. Avila, he does. He has Siraj. He goes himself. It's some quick feet. A good finish. And Ronaldo Avila is instantly looking a hero. Burdic, he's had a little bit more of a quiet game, but you wouldn't say he's had a bad game. He's match rating's at a 7, but Avila sucked the defender in, goes past him, puts it past the goalkeeper, who in truth should have done a lot better with that. Keeping like one of our goalkeepers there, and it's 6-0, so that should be that, shouldn't it, really? No excuse to not win the tie from here. And that has been a very, very promising start to not only our European campaign, but the Jarun careers of a couple of new signings as well. So 6 of the best for Jarun. Debutant Avila makes instant impact along with the other 2 debutants there. And Torres, 1 goal, 2 assists. And as I say, unfortunately, a release fee as well. Who is leaving? Okay, so Rakic, one of the young attackers. I think he came through the same time as Turpic. He is leaving us 80 grand plus a 50% sell on to Domzale, and that is absolutely fine because he's not quite going to make it, and that 50% sell on will hopefully mean down the line we might get 100. Could he be a £1 million player down the line? Possibly. He's only 18, room to develop. We'll get a little bit of money from him in the future. But guys, that is that. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. We'll come back for the first leg against Rennes. And we might even come back for this game against Dinamo, actually, because that should be Dinamo and then Rennes. And that'll be exciting, won't it? Can we set down a marker early in Dinamo's backyard? Take care.